Then can you talk about the game you had today? You was pretty much all over the field. You was running the football. You was also throwing the ball. Can you talk about the type of game you had today?
Yeah, I think we put together a full game, and that's something that we wanted to do and something we emphasized during practice this week and something that we haven't been able to do the past couple of weeks. So really glad the way the guys battled today and put together all 4 quarters.
Thank you.
Fernando.
Justin, you're a very team-oriented guy, but just for you, for being a rookie, this is your first victory. How do you feel? Can you put that into words?
It's an awesome feeling, especially the way that things have happened over the past couple of weeks. It's good for us to get out there, execute, put together a full game, and defense stepped up big, and special teams as well, and put up points, and I think that's the most important thing.
Can you just talk about the 70-yard touchdown to Jalen Guyton? Like, what did you see on the play and when you threw the pass, obviously?
Yeah, we saw man coverage. Knew that Jalen Guyton is a special guy on the outside like that, and anytime you get a matchup like that, you want to give him a shot, and he got past the guy, great protection, put the ball up, and he made a great catch and somehow avoided the tackle and got in the end zone.
You guys have struggled a little bit in the past with finishing off games. Finishing off this one, putting the game away, just what did that mean for you guys as a team?
It's huge. It's a big step forward, and it's something that we're going to build off, learn from, and still got to watch the film, get better from some things. But moving forward, it's a big step for us.
All right, Cam.
Hey, Justin. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you come into the game kind of rusty? Did it take you a moment to kind of get into the flow of the game today?
I don't think so. I think we went down and put up some points on our first drive. Got up, I think, 16 points, and I think that's kind of what we wanted to do. Put up 10 points in the first quarter. But yeah, we'd like to continue to play the way we are, and we put together 4 quarters today, and really proud of the way the guys battled.
They scored 21 and answered points, and then in the third quarter, you guys came around and put up 3 touchdowns. Will you talk about the conversation in the huddle that you had amongst the players that kind of turned that thing around?
It's just to keep attacking, knowing that we got the right guys out there, we got the right game plan. It's all about just executing, and that's what we did. And we stuck together throughout those 4 quarters and got the ball moving, and good things will happen.
All right, Rashawn.
Hey, Justin. What's going through your mind in that third quarter when you guys need a response and you need multiple responses and you go out there and kind of lead the team to those responses?
Just go out there and execute. It's a great opportunity for us to go out there, run what we've been running, know what we got to do, push the ball downfield, run the ball. We kind of started out a slow start in the third quarter, but things picked up and we kept executing, kept chopping wood, and finally got in the end zone like that.
Coach talked about how he saw some of your teammates start to look to you as a leader. Could you feel that too as well? And how did that feel in that moment?
Yeah, I think the quarterback has always got to be a leader. Just the way you command the huddle, handle the offense and things like that. So going forward, we've learned a lot, and to put together 4 quarters like that today was huge for us, and it's a big step forward. And I know that we're gonna have another great week of practice and get ready for our next game.
Kind of back and forth in that third quarter, were you getting flashbacks at all? The Pac-12 with Gardner Reed on the other side and some of those, crazy games you had up at Oregon?
Yeah, I only got to play against him once in college. Unfortunately, we lost that one, but he's an incredible player, and it's been a lot of fun to watch him over these past couple of years, and I wish him nothing but the best.
Hunter talked about it earlier in the week, today's National Tight Ends Day. 2 of your touchdowns went to tight ends. How did it feel to contribute to that effort?
Really happy for them. Those guys, they always step up big time, and they had a great week of practice, and I knew that they were going to step up big today. And, it's really great to see those guys excelling as well as they are.
Thank you.
Nick Hamilton.
Hey, Justin, congratulations on your win. Wanted to know, leading up to this win, obviously guys have galvanized around one another. You talked about the team just being together. Melvin Ingram said, you know what, I learned something from him as much as he may learn from me. What does that mean to you, and how has that helped you propel and get prepared for today and get the victory that you guys got today?
Yeah, it's been huge. At the end of the day, it's just us in that locker room, and we've got to rely on one another, and we've got to execute. And we can't point fingers. We can't blame other people. We just have to execute, and we have to come together, and that's what we did. And when the offense wasn't going, the defense picked it up, and when the defense wasn't going, we picked it up. And that's what's about, putting together 4 quarters. And I was really, really pleased with the way the guys battled today.
When you left the field today, what was going through your mind as you walked off the field as the victor? What were some of the things that crossed your mind?
Yep, enjoying the victory, shaking hands with some of those guys, and just celebrating in the locker room with the guys. And I think we got 24 more hours to enjoy this one, and then it's on to the next opponent.
Thank you, Justin.
Joe Reedy.
Justin, on the long run in the first quarter, was that a read option? And did you ever consider maybe trying to go about 5-10 more yards before you went out of bounds?
It was a read option. And unfortunately, I was running as fast as I could. So I wasn't able to get the corner. So hopefully next time, maybe I get a little bit faster and get around there. But it was a read option.
Daniel Jones' run on Thursday night kind of motivate you there?
Yeah, he's definitely pretty fast, and I didn't quite get up to that speed, but anytime you're able to keep the ball and force them to play 11 on 11, it's big for us.
And then just the 2 touchdowns to the tight ends, both of them were single coverage to Schobert. Did you guys kind of like the matchup against their linebackers and Schobert and taking advantage of that?
We think really highly of our tight ends. All those guys, Verge and Donald and Hunter, they make plays, Steven as well. And anytime you get them out there, it poses a threat, it poses an advantage for us. And so you got to take advantage of that. And Verge made a great catch in the end zone, and Parms was spectacular as well.
Okay, thanks.
Emmanuel.
Justin, a lot of young receivers are making plays. There's like Guyton, Johnson, and Reed. How does that help the offense, especially when defense is kind of focusing on Keenan and Hunter and Mike?
It's huge to have guys like Hunter, Keenan, and Mike. They change the game for us, and sometimes when they get doubled or they're bracketing them, you need those guys to step up. And Jalen Guyton, Tyron Johnson, and even Joe Reed today, they stepped up big time, and just really, really happy for those guys.
Thank
you. AJ.
Sorry. Hey, Justin, congrats on your first NFL win. The last 3 or 4 weeks, however long it's been, you sat up here in front of us and said the same thing, that this was going to happen, this was going to come. What has equipped you to be so certain when things just didn't go your way to get you to this point?
We really believe in each other. That locker room, it's tight, and those guys in there, they take care of each other. And kind of like I said earlier, we're not going to point fingers, we're not going to blame each other, we're going to stick together. And yeah, it got a little dicey out there when they blocked that punt and we got down, but we never got down on ourselves. We knew that we were going to go back out there the next drive, the next play, take care of business, and good things like that will happen.
And Coach said that one of the best things that he's seen about you in developing is that you can beat teams with your arms and your legs, but your mobility is something that came on a little bit later in your Oregon career. How much fun is it to just be so versatile at this level?
Yeah, I think it gives us a big advantage. Anytime you can force the defense to play 11 on 11, it gives us an advantage. And, it's pretty fun to run the ball too. So anytime I get the chance to keep it, I got to be smart about getting down, getting out of bounds. But I think it poses a great threat for us.
Thanks.
Haley.
Justin, Coach said that the team showed growth after coming back after Jacksonville took the lead. You mentioned putting all 4 quarters together. Where did that growth come from this week? What was the biggest difference?
Yeah, it started with practice, emphasizing that we have to put together 4 quarters of football. And, sometimes if you have a good start to practice, you don't finish it as well. So this week it was all about finishing the entire practice and putting together everything. And so when we got out in the game today, I think we were able to do that pretty well. And yeah, we didn't score on every possession, but we kept battling, and good things like that will happen.
Cam. Cam?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. Hey, Justin. Over the past few weeks, you've been pretty consistent in talking about the team effort and what have you. Today you put up in the 5th game, you put up 250 yards, 3 touchdowns in 3 consecutive games. when you take the time to acknowledge kind of what you're actually doing in the performance you're having over the past few weeks? And again, congratulations on your first win today.
Well, thank you. Honestly, I think it starts with the guys up front. The linemen, the way they've been protecting the past couple of weeks has been awesome. And anytime you got guys like Hunter Henry, Keenan, Mike, Jalen Guyton, Tyron, they step up big and they make my job a lot easier. And as well as Justin Jackson and Josh Kelly checkdowns, and they change the game for us. And so whenever you get that put together and a great game plan, good things like that will happen.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Thank you.
Last question, Popper.
Whoa. Hey, Justin. What did you learn today about what it takes to win in the NFL?
It takes 4 quarters, that's for sure. The margin of difference between teams is so small in the NFL compared to college, and you have to put together 4 quarters, and that's probably the biggest difference. And so what we were able to do today was awesome. And like I said, we didn't score on every possession, we didn't shut them out every time, but we kept playing, we kept fighting, and at the end of the day, we won, and I think that's huge for us.
You talk a lot about the weapons, obviously, on this team, between Hunter and Keenan and Mike, and you can go down the list. Having that kind of talent around you, has that allowed you to be a more aggressive quarterback in the NFL versus what you were able to be at Oregon?
I don't think I've changed my game any. I think I've just kind of grown and developed, and I've got a better understanding of the game. And some of the weapons here I think they're the best in the world. And anytime you get them on your team, it's going to be huge. So I've got to do a good job of taking advantage of those guys and getting them the ball, because they're the ones that make the plays.
And then when you ran that guy over late in the fourth quarter, did you hear anything from your teammates? Any words of encouragement or praise after that? After knocking that guy down?
Yeah, I could just hear them all saying, get down, be safe. And so that's probably the last time I'll do that.
Nothing positive though. No one hyping you up.
I got a couple high fives here and there, but I got to be smarter.
Thanks, Justin.
All right. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, guys.